I want to talk about the evidence and the characteristics of Esau. Like, what are the difference between the crimes that is committed by the things that is committed by blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, our people, versus white, so-called white people, like as they call them, Caucasian people? Um, I'm gonna say they are quick to they are quick to kill. They had a YouTube video that I was just watching today. Uh, One of my homeboys that does YouTube, he does a lot of gold digger pranks. But this is my first time ever see him doing a reaction video on his channel. I've never seen that unless that's something new he's getting into, and probably still gonna do the what you know what I'm saying. Um, I saw a video of his wife uh, cheated on him. She cheated on him, and the first thing that he did from the video is that he murdered her because he felt like the video said freaked out or something like that after he found out she was messing around on it. More than likely, usually you're not going to see that with our people. You know what I'm saying? I know based upon me living on this planet for 50 years, right? All of the things that I was basically getting rejected by, rejected and being mad as hell. But I would say, when I just want to just describe the nature of the situation, like that, because I'm saying this here and I'm trying to say it right. They get wild out over anything, really. Look at how our people stand. We go through, like right now, the situation with my mother, right? She is in like, if you're used to your parent, I'm trying to compare it into what I'm talking about, so nobody won't say, what does that have to do with the video? Most people, when they family member, if you're used to seeing your family members up, right? Getting around, doing shit for themselves, doing a lot of stuff for themselves, doing things for themselves, and just basically feeding themselves. And when a person comes to a point to where they down, where they can't do nothing for themselves, that does something to you mentally, But what I mean by that, it's not going to, more than likely, it's not going to make you just wild out. You see what I'm saying? We cry, we go through things, we go through the toughest of times. Sometimes we go through things. Sometimes I can be weak at a point. Somebody say, man, look, just keep pray about it, keep it before God. We've been praying for you, and I'll be like, yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. It's really been hard. It ain't easy, blah, blah, blah. But we get through it. But for the most part, so-called white people, and you know what I'm saying, mainly them, it's true. And if you think I'm just saying it, I put the video in the link in the description box today. Yeah, I put it in there. And you can see the difference between how we deal with our struggles, our tribulations and trials. Don't get me wrong now, it's hard now. You have a lot of pressure, but no matter what, we stick it out, man. For the most part, you may find some of our people rarely, occasionally, but I'm talking about, I'm talking about the majority of the time when you find people, uh, even the so-called, I'm gonna say so-called mixed race people or whatever, like have other cultures of blood in them from ancestor mixing and stuff like that. You don't see them doing that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see. Now that's just for the sake of context. There ain't no such thing as mix. You are what your father is. Whatever your father is, that's what you are. You know. But for the most part, yeah, we we just not. Hold on. We're not gonna like do certain flip out too fast like that. You know what I'm saying? We just not. Not saying that, and the only reason why our people, if you find a few of our people that does do that, you can't use that and say, oh well, okay, this person must have some, no, a white Caucasian and they, whatever, oh his, you know what I'm saying, he got something. No, most of the time, it be because our people be conditioned. Now, our people, we have learned their ways. That's what I'm trying to say. We have learned their ways. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said in Jeremiah 10 and verse 2, learn not the way of the heathens. But see, that's what happened. Our people have learned the ways of them, so our people just like them. You see what I'm saying? And they know this. They know this. That's why when you walking and you passing by and all that kind of stuff, and you see them, they hair up and lunch their purses, and they hair up and like run and get off the aisles and all that kind of stuff. They're afraid because they know that it's something different about us. You know what I'm saying? They know it's something different. You see what I'm saying? They know it's a different. They feel like, oh, they may try to get us back. I know our ancestors done did them this doing slavery and stuff, and they be scared. But for the most part, that's what it be. That's why you find so-called white people doing that. You know what I'm saying? But they are the ones that's violent toward us. They had a so-called white boy a couple of days ago, called this up, didn't know me from a so-called white. Like, I looked at him, I said, man, I said, you better keep going. I told him, I said, to cut it, to cut it, to make the long story short, yeah. So I did. But at the same time, when we do things or commit crimes or something, it's just something differences. It's a difference in what we do and what they do. The way that we cross the line and the way that they cross the line is totally different. They family could have a stroke or whatever, family members and all that, and they can't. They sitting up there and they depressed and stuff. They hurting and crying and stuff. They'll take and go insane, and they'll harm their family members. If y'all know what I mean by that, they'll harm their family members. But it's just certain things. I understand we can do some bad, evil stuff, but come on, man. Pure evil. There's a difference between evil and just pure evil. You know what I mean? Pure, unadulterated, nothing added in it. Pure evil. That means nothing mixed. It's just all this or whatever. That's what you would call Edomite. That's what you would call Esau. Esau is just pure. Like, think about it. Counting my life on this planet. Count my family's and my brother and my sister's life on this planet. What things that we have done wrong? We have done things wrong. We done little things, small thing. Well, we call small thing, but they big in the eyes of God. Not even compared to what the white men did. They can go out and murder, like Sonia Mass. They can go out and they can murder our people, kill them, and go right home, buy them snacks, sit right in front of the TV with their wife and their kids, and look at you what they done did on the news to a so-called Black or Hispanic or Native American person. That's how they are, and they not gonna feel remorseful about it. When have a so-called Black man, no, when have a so-called white man or white woman ever felt any remorse or any sympathy for empathy for killing of our people? It's like Sonia Mass. When have that man ever had any kind of remorse? It's impossible because it's not in their blood. Notice that when we go through things, right, we'll cry, stuff like that. We cry and stuff like that. We break down, but we don't break down to the point to where harm is gonna get involved. Harm is finna get involved with this person because this happened or that happened. Not no so-called white person, no. Whenever they go through a trial or tribulation, harm gonna get involved with their family. They harm their family members. They literally do that. That's the difference between us and them. It's just a difference, and you can tell you different. You're different. You can tell because of the behavior. Their behavior tells you what they are. Behavior normally tells you what it is. What is our behavior known for? Sitting at home, chilling, watching TV. Maybe the modern day TV would be the internet. You know, I'm one of them. I ain't gonna lie. But, and that's what I love doing. I'm like what I love doing is creating and making, helping helping people. I'm just being, I'm being real. I'm keeping it real. Helping people, creating, and like a people's pleaser, try to satisfy you, do everything I can, like especially like to try to make you happy and stuff. I like making other people happy. I like doing that. That's something I love doing. I love making videos. I just love creating. The videos ain't got to be about nothing. You just turn the camera on and just create something. I love doing that. I love doing that with family. You know what I mean? I love that type of stuff. But I'm just showing the difference between the characteristic between Esau and Jacob. Jacob is the progenitor of the so-called Black and Hispanic and Native American Black and brown people. The progenitor of the Esau would be the so-called, what they call Caucasian people. You see what I'm saying? So if you want me to put that video down in the links in the description box, I'll do that. And just to show you a difference between our life, you can probably take a look at my YouTube page and then go and look at that video, and you're gonna see the difference in you're gonna see the difference in the lifestyles, their behavior. The behavior let you, your behavior, it shows what character are. Your actions shows what character is, right? Your actions is your character. Yeah. What comes out of your mouth? They always say repeat. Don't some people say repeated action become character? Yeah. Yeah, you can be trained a certain way like that. But we talking about the nature of a person. The character and the nature of Esau is different from the character and nature of Jacob, the black and the brown. The character of Esau is different from Jacob, which is the black and the brown. That's what I named the video.